Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of Bible FC 24, an RTG edition. Firstly, a bit of housekeeping. So we packed this 85 inform player along with some other fodder which I won't bore you with. We then sold our normal Jude Bellingham and upgraded him with an inform with some of the coins that we had in the bank. We then went on to sell our John Arisa and we upgraded him to the 87 blue version with the rest of the coins that we managed to get in the bank. And here's a reminder of the team on screen with those two upgrades in place. This is what we came up against in our first match. A pretty stacked side, to be fair. And this is what happened. So Sergi Gomez gets dispossessed by Mats Hummels at the beginning of the game. I play him through on goal and I think surely Mats Hummels' first goal for the club is now. Smashes the crossbar on the near post. Can't quite get it in. So we're still 0-0. But we shortly after that go for on goal, lovely ball into Watkins, beautiful chest swivel volley swerve into the back of the net, 1-0 lead. Cole Walker-Peters assist, that's becoming a theme of the series. But then Diogo Jota up the other end, I move Giroud in goal, which I sort of guessed correctly, but he can't do enough and he sort of parries it into the back of the net for them to equalise at 1-1. Then my boy Tarek Lamptey for Brighton, he squares it to Jota, who smashed it in the back of the net for 2-1. And I'm thinking, oh no, are we going to lose the game? But no, towards the death, after sort of a very delayed 1-2, we get it through to John Arisa. He goes for on goal and he hammers it past the keeper into the back of the net. The upgrade potentially paid off there to get the equaliser. He absolutely loves the finish, his first goal for the club with the upgraded card. And we draw the game 2-2, so it's not a bad way to start the episode. We do go into another game though against this, another stacked team, Erling Haaland up top with a load of Prem players. And here's what happened. So he goes through with Heung-min Son, he cuts inside and he absolutely deliciously caresses a finesse shot right into the heart of the top bins. But we think to ourselves, if you can do it, we can do it too. Cole Walker-Peters into Dybala, stop and turn, finesse into the top bins. Thank you very much. 1-1. But then he plays it with Trent to Salah, Salah into Haaland, and a trademark Haaland finesse into the back of the net makes it 2-1. And then right at the death from the corner, he pops it in with Eriksen to a beautiful bicycle kick to Erling Haaland to kill the game off. He absolutely loves the finish, even for his standards. And they win the game 3-1. So we've got a draw, we've got a loss, and into our final game of the series, or of the episode, should I say, not the end of the series. We come against this, another stacked team. And here's what happens. It was quite a lively match. Mallard into Solskjaer, 1-0 down. Then not long after, Mallard into Adama, into Dybala, bang, 2-0 down. It was a very open game, this one. Basically, neither of us could defend very well, but we both had attacks in the locker. Straight from kickoff as proven, he can't defend to save his life. I go through Ollie Watkins, and he caresses a beautiful finesse shot, a measured finish into the upper 90 to pull it back to 2-1. Then from the corner, we get a bit lucky. We smash it across goal with Dybala, off the defender and in. So for an own goal, we equalise at 2-2. We then get a penalty. It was a bit of a scrappy win of a pen. We have to stick Olivier Giroud on it, the keeper, and he buries it into the back of the net for a 23rd minute penalty to put us 3-2 into the lead. Olivier Giroud, the goalkeeper. Beautiful moment. We then play in Romelu Lukaku, who I think for the second episode running smashes a beauty into the bins. So we're 4-2 up at this point. I'm thinking, here we go. We're going to get a win on the board. But we get pulled back with Mallard, who, to be fair, caused me trouble all game. So it's 4-3 at this point, and then here it's just sheer panic. I uncomposedly pass it straight to their player, and Mallard scores another goal to equalise the game at 4-4, and then he gets a free kick in the 76th minute with Paulo Dybala, and to be fair, he absolutely rifles it home for 5-4, and that is how the game finished. So I lose the game 5-4. It was an entertaining match. We do have plenty of options for the Bible passage, the most important part of the video, which we will go and head into now. Okay, so into the Bible passage, and we're going to go with a goal that we scored with Olivier Giroud from the penalty spot in the 23rd minute. It would have been rude not to. And because we scored with him, he's our wild card pick, so we can read from any book of the Bible, providing it's in line with the goal time. And he scored in the 23rd minute, and a passage which instantly came to mind is an absolute classic, Psalm 23. And I'm going to sort of explain bits of it to you as I work through it, and hopefully we can get a lot of encouragement out of it. It's an absolutely unbelievable psalm. It's so encouraging. And if you're a Christian or not, I hope this kind of stirs your heart as you listen to this. So this is how it goes. It's called "The Lord's My Shepherd," and it goes like this: "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." So there's just this beautiful picture of God kind of bringing refreshment, giving us peace, and allowing us to sort of, rest in him. I shall not want. There's this sense of he provides us with everything that we need. We don't need to be wanting after stuff. He gives us all we need. And actually, Jesus goes on to say in the New Testament, as well as the physical things, most importantly, spiritually, he provides for us, our spiritual needs, our spiritual longings, our emotional hungers, are all there, found in God, found in Jesus, the perfect one, full of all of those things, really. And then it goes on to say, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So in God, he helps us to live in the way that he wants us to. And actually, the ways he wants us to are going to be best for us and help us to feel better and be more fruitful in life. And then it goes on to say, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for you're with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And this reality of actually in life is difficult, and we will go through difficult things in life. But the promise there is that God will be with us. We don't need to fear. He's going to help us through these things. And we can remember verses like Romans 8:28, which say God works all things together for good for those who have put their trust in Jesus. And this psalm is exactly for those who have put their trust in Jesus. And then it goes on finally to say, verse 5 and 6, you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And this is partly kind of a picture towards, when it comes to the end of this life and we die, if you've put your faith in Jesus, you're going to be in eternity one day. And there's this sense of this banquet in heaven. Every injustice that you faced in your life, you'll kind of have this sense of an ultimate victory. God will have made everything right in your life. And there's this kind of sense of abundant blessing as your cup overflows. In this life, I often find God gives me exactly what I need, but he is a God of blessing and abundant blessing. And in heaven, I think we'll experience that to the full in him and in his presence. And then, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. This sense of God's with us in this life. We might not always understand why things happen and difficult things, but we can trust, like I said, that verse earlier about God works all things together for good for those that have put their trust in Jesus. And actually, we can trust, therefore, that he is still working things for good, even in ways that we don't always understand and things that might be tricky. He's a good God, always working. And ultimately, we'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever. If you put your trust in Jesus, there's going to be an eternity waiting for us, free from suffering, free from the difficult things of this world. In the presence of God, it's going to be wonderful. And if you're a Christian, I pray, this psalm encourages you. If you're not a Christian, I want to encourage you, please, consider putting your faith in Jesus. Look into the Christian faith at the very least, because psalms like this will be true for you, that there's a God out there that's with you, that wants to help you in the difficult things of this life, that wants to give you a promise for eternity, that provides everything you need. And, going through this life without God, I think, is flipping tough. It's tough enough with God, but at least with God, you've got someone out there that's helping you, that's with you, and that's got a plan for you, and has got an ultimate destiny for you at the end of this life, with a hope beyond the sufferings that's in this life. So I want to encourage you, please consider putting your faith in Jesus. At least look into the Christian faith if you haven't already. If you found this video encouraging or helpful in any way, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any questions in the comments that you have. I'd love to get back to you if there's anything I can do to help. And for now, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Bye for now.